Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. JACALYN. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. JACALYN at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV, and hello to our friends listening on Business Talk Radio. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and our show today is Secrets to Timeless Beauty. We're going to be discussing dry skin, the dreaded dry skin, and casual makeup. Joining me is my co-host and friend, Katrina Valente. She is an internationally renowned holistic therapist, esthetician, and coach. Let's welcome her to the program. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi,
nice
looking
to be
good
here.
there in Dubai.
Thank you.
You look fabulous. No dry skin there.
No dry skin. I work very hard not to have dry skin.
Well, I'm super excited to see you, and I'm going to spotlight you for people joining us for the very first time. Who are you, and why are you so passionate about skin and taking care of yourself?
Okay, so I have been in the holistic esthetician world for 28 years. I travel around the world as an anti-aging expert, and in more recent years, I've been doing a lot more coaching and healing work. So yes, I know everything to do with aesthetics, dry skin, oily skin, sensitive skin, and what you can do about it.
Thank you so much. We do have a comment from, I think, a new viewer. Welcome, Aslam Gundagi. I hope I said that right. Hello to you. We appreciate you for being here. So, Katrina, when we think about skin, I know I worked in skincare myself for a while, nothing like what you did, but I remember about the T-zone and the different types of skin, dry to oily, oily. What can we do to determine, first of all, what kind of skin type we have? And then once we know what type we have, there's obviously a different routine for each skin type. Is that correct?
That's correct. So dry skin is usually patchy and flaky to the touch, and it looks quite white. Dry skin is different from dehydrated skin. Dehydrated skin is skin that's lacking in water. So it looks very parched, like a prune, very wrinkled, very, what's the word we can call it? It just looks very dehydrated, you know, lacking in water. Whereas dry skin can just look a bit like powdery on the top. So there is a slight difference, but there is a difference between dry and dehydrated. But most skin types are actually dehydrated because most people don't drink enough water or use the right products. Or, you know, if they live in a hot country, equally if they live in a cold country, it can also be dehydrated. So that's usually a big problem for most people.
Katrina, if you have very dry skin, should you exfoliate?
Absolutely, because dry skin has got it's a buildup of dead skin cells, so you must exfoliate. People with dry skin should exfoliate twice a week, because if you put creams on top of a dry skin, it can't penetrate. So it sits on the surface doing absolutely nothing. You're wasting your money. So exfoliation is actually key for dry skins.
I remember there was a product from the line that I represented, and it was a 7-day product that you could use every day to exfoliate. It was gentle enough that you could use it. What are your thoughts about exfoliating with something mild every day?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I think it can alter the pH of the skin if you exfoliate too much. But again, it depends what kind of skin you have. Oily skins also have to be exfoliated, but you would exfoliate an oily skin maybe once every 10 days, because when you exfoliate, you stimulate. So you don't want to stimulate oily skin. And the best exfoliators I find are alpha hydroxy acids that are like enzymes in their gel. So it eats away at the dead skin cells, as opposed to scrubbing, which microscopically scratches the skin surface.
Thank you. And I want to just talk about really dry skin. As you know, I have eczema. Thank goodness I'm in remission. What about people who have scales that they get on their skin, like from something autoimmune related, like eczema?
You know, I used to do this waxing called sugaring, and it was basically sugar paste. And for some reason, that really helped people with eczema and psoriasis. You would put it on, and then you would just gently rip it off like a wax, and it takes away all the dead skin. But I mean, that has to be treated clinically, and you have to use cortisone creams or very, very rich creams saturated in oils and lavender help skin like that.
Yes, and I love what you said, that you have to treat it with a clinician, a doctor, physician, someone to get the diagnosis so you know what the proper routine is. But that paste sounded really interesting. What's in that?
Sugar and water, and you boil it, and it ends up looking like a sticky caramel. So it was actually the first treatment I started with on my beauty journey, and I was the only one in the town that was doing it. It's called sugaring, and it's very popular in the Arab world, and it's a lot more gentle than waxing, but I did it the original way by hand. So you take a dollop of it, you spread it on the skin, and you flick it off with your hand, and it pulls out the hair. But it's a lot more gentle and less painful than traditional waxing.
So it sounds like there's a couple of reasons why you would do this: if you want to wax and eliminate hair, and then also if you have dry skin.
Yeah. It really leaves the skin smooth. So it's like an exfoliation, but it's very gentle.
And I know you just shared about the fact that you can buy products and put these products on top of dry skin, and you're not going to get the results that you like, depending on what it is you're using. You might just be spending money without getting a result that is going to be beneficial. So you have to treat the dry skin situation itself before you put makeup on top. Is that correct?
Absolutely. You know, so many women cover their skin with heavy makeup, but the foundation, the base for a good makeup is good skin.
And you also mentioned about drinking water. If a person drinks other things during the day instead of water, is this the same result that's going to take place with your skin, or must it be water?
No. Herbal teas, water, but if you're going to drink fizzy drinks or a lot of coffee, coffee's quite dehydrating. Although I'm an advocate for coffee, I don't think it's as bad as people make out. If you have a good organic coffee, 1 or 2 a day, it's not going to do you any harm, you know.
I'm not a coffee drinker. I've actually never had a cup of coffee in my life. So
Really?
no.
Oh, wow.
I don't even like the smell of it for some reason. But okay, so certain things are dehydrating to the skin. And I would think also what we eat with the food we put in our body has an impact on our skin as well.
Totally, 1,000%. We are what we eat. 80%, actually.
One thing I've been learning quite frequently on this platform from our various hosts and guests is about plant-based diets, going back to what grows in the ground or what swims in the stream, as opposed to someone just used this the other day, Frankenstein foods, which are manufactured. We don't even know what's in them. So they must have an impact on our skin as well.
Totally. I mean, you know, isn't it obvious that if you should have whole natural foods, and that's gonna be the best thing for your body in your digestion and everything, and the nutrients that it holds, the enzymes that, you know, fruits, you know, natural produce. I think Americans, maybe in particular, are very into the fast food. I watched that movie, Super Size Me. Did you ever see that? Oh
Yes.
my God. I was, I mean, I think that's extreme, but I never stepped into another McDonald's after I saw that movie. I mean, I would only ever have one occasionally anyway, but my goodness gracious. If that's not a wake-up call, then I don't know what is.
And also, someone reported back about how many McDonald's locations there are around the world. They've grown exponentially. I think they also have healthy offerings. I'm not really sure. I would go in during the pandemic, actually drive through and just get a cheeseburger with nothing else, no fries or whatever. That was just kind of, I was really hungry and I don't even eat meat, so I'm having this. But one thing I've done recently, because of my skin, I wanted to see which foods might be having an impact. I was eating this protein bar every day. I love it for, I would say, 4 or 5 years. And I just decided to stop. And now I'm eating frozen blueberries for breakfast instead. So I think that's much
Blueberries
healthier.
are amazing because they're low glycemic, they're low sugar, and they're a super antioxidant. So they're super healthy for you. And you know, the quickest way to heal anything is go on a water fast. Just water fast, and you will heal very quickly. I'm a great fan of juicing as well, but vegetable juices.
And to do either of those, the fasting of juicing or water fasting, takes a big commitment. And I know for myself, I've gone 12 hours without eating, but that's it. I'm not going to be getting any awards for fasting anytime soon.
It's all in the head, it's all mental. You just have to mentally prepare for it. And then you just got to say, okay, I'm doing it, and just switch off. And it's quite easy then.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm very determined and focused. If I really wanted to do it, I could. I know when I work out, I just put this mental mindset that I am not breaking. I'm not taking a break. I'm not going to, I just tell myself, it doesn't matter how much you're shaking, how much it burns, you will survive. Keep going. So I think it's like that with anything. You just have to be determined. But I also wanted to talk today about makeup. And I've learned so many things from you. One thing that I keep in mind is that your skin needs to be protected from the sun, obviously. So for people who are walking around with the naked face without anything on it, maybe not a great plan. But when your skin is in good condition, wearing makeup can make you feel like someone else, anyone else, or you just at your best if you know how to put it on. What are your thoughts about casual makeup versus going full out?
You know, I've never been a huge makeup person. I've never really been into eyeshadow. I would only have eyeshadow done professionally if I was going to a fancy do or whatever. But makeup, you know, should be used to enhance your features. So you need just a light foundation, a tinted moisturizer, a little bit of blusher, a lipstick, and you know, it's all about the lashes for me. If you've got lashes on, lots of mascara, then you can get away with a whole lot more.
It's very true. I'm a huge fan of lashes. I actually have somewhere here 3 or 4 brand new mink false eyelashes, but every time I put them on, they look great, and then somehow I end up with an eye infection, you know, a sty or something every time. Even if the glue is
Oh,
brand new, it doesn't matter. So but I do love them, and I'll just pile on the mascara instead, which is not the same look, obviously.
yeah. So, you know, I think you should always test a foundation on your jawline, and it should blend in with the color. There's nothing worse than to see your face and neck a different color. And nowadays, a lot of foundations have an SPF in them, so that gives you an extra protection. I find that makeup nowadays is all made to protect. So actually, the more layers you put on, the more protected your skin is. All you have to remember to do is wash it off properly.
And people probably would think, oh, if I'm wearing makeup, I'm blocking my pores, or I shouldn't be wearing
Yeah,
makeup.
it's a it's a comment that is not true, actually. When now, I mean, most foundations, if you're buying from any of the houses, Clarins, you know, Clinique, Lancome, they're all made to a standard, so they actually don't clog your pores. What's clogging your pores is if you don't wash it off at the end of the day properly.
And I want to get into whatever that technique is to wash your makeup off. I'll share what it is I do, and you can give me some pointers when we come back. But we are going to take a break. We're going to watch a couple of clips. The first one, I just love to share this. This is by an artist named Lindsay. She's a fan of the platform USA Global TV, and her song is "I Breathe for You." So let's take a look at that and another clip, and we'll be right back on Secrets to Timeless Beauty. You've heard it here, folks, live. Go ahead. What am I doing wrong?
Okay, look, if you want to take off the makeup with these wipes, I mean, they're very chemical. This is the thing I don't like about them. It's not giving you a deep cleanse. So after you've done the makeup, if you've got heavy makeup on, okay, I'll let you off. But you must follow it with a cleansing wash, because soap dries out the skin exponentially. Are you just using any kind of soap?
No, I use Ivory soap because I have so many allergies.
Ivory soap is actually not that great. And if you do there's a pen that shows you the pH, you'll see it's very high. So what that means is that it dries the skin out. You must get a face wash for dry skin. And if you like to use water on your face, which I do, I never use cream cleansers. You can get lots of different face washes for dry skin. So you would wash your face, take it off with water, and then use a wrung out face cloth. Maybe I should come on one day and actually show you what I do in my skincare routine and how to put on products and how to layer them. I was thinking about that actually the other day.
I think that would be great. Jennifer Lopez does
Yeah.
that all the time.
Oh
So
yeah, well,
it's good for
she's
her. It's
trying
good
to
for
sell her
us.
products. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So what I learned was that these wipes, these towelettes have a lot of chemicals in them. So that's
Yeah.
a no. And the soap, again, not a paid spokesperson for any of these things, is not good either. So I'm doing double drying out of my face.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not helping yourself at all. And you know, you should always double wash. So and forget the towel wipes, wash your face, use the face cloth, wrung out, wipe, because you can get round the hairline and behind the neck, and then do it again. So you double wash at night, because the first layer gets rid of the topical and the second layer goes deeper into the pores. So your skin is squeaky clean. Your skin has to be very clean before you put on product. That's when you start to get spots and pigmentation, if you're putting product on top of skin that is not properly cleaned.
And when you mention about using water and the wrung out towel, what else is on there to take off the product?
Your face wash.
Oh, the face wash. Okay. So any kind of face wash, you're not a fan of the cream per se.
Yeah, I just don't prefer it. Cream is for older, mature, drier skins, and it's just gentler. And it gives you, because it's cream, it gives you that extra moisture. But you get lots of face washes that are also for normal to dry skin. And I've always used a face wash. I just prefer water on my face.
What age are you referring to for the older skin? I'll be 59 this month. Is that what age is it? Am I in that category? Sounds like it.
Yes, darling, I'm afraid so. The older skin is like 35 plus, really.
Oh,
But
good.
it depends on how you're treating it. Like, you know, I'm 56, but I think my skin's a lot younger than my age because I've looked after it my whole life. So it depends, you know. It's not the age of the person, it's the age of the skin.
That makes a lot of sense.
But I mean,
Definitely.
everything starts to deteriorate after the age of 25. So you stop producing collagen and elastin at the age of 25. So, yeah.
And how
Sad,
does,
but true.
as we get older, how does aging in and of itself impact the skin?
Hugely, especially when you're going through the menopause. I mean, estrogen drops, and that's a big indicator for dry skin. So you should take a lot of fish oils, evening primrose oil, coconut oil, MCT oil in your coffee. You've got to keep the oils going. Eat avocados, nuts, things that have got the good saturated fat. So that all helps the situation.
And also, it's not just our face, it's our neck that we have to take care of as well, and our hands.
And the décolleté, because this ages faster than the face, and the hands are a dead giveaway.
I recently went to a dermatologist for my eczema. And of course, when I was in the room waiting, there are all these pamphlets and there's all these new treatments that they can do. It's amazing. I was just reading through the brochures, things they can do for your hands and also to eliminate fat cells around the waist area. What do you think of these new treatments?
Yeah, I mean, they're not really new. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe they're
You know,
repackaged.
you're not going to have you're not going to, the hand treatments, yeah, I mean, they all work. I mean, any skin is skin, no matter where it is. The problem with the hands is that the hands are always exposed to sunlight, and you use your hands a lot, you wash your hands a lot, and there is not a lot of fat on the hands. So nowadays they're offering injectables, fat injections on the hands and stuff, which does help.
So what kind of outcome can you expect from getting the fat injected into your hands? Are they going to be like big, beefy hands?
No, but I mean, they're just more plumper, and it takes out the wrinkles, you know? So it's very successful treatment, but costly.
Yes, isn't everything. But it is interesting how you would get these injectables from a plastic surgeon and now they're at dermatologists, sometimes hairdressers. There's people all over who are trained in how to do these injections, and more people are getting them.
Yeah. No, I mean, the beauty industry is a multi-million-dollar industry, and it's an industry that moves along very quickly with new technology coming out constantly.
And Katrina, we've talked about this before, but it warrants revisiting for people who are just tuning in. You can have options when it comes to skincare and also makeup. And for some, that might be going to your local grocery store and they've got a rack of products and you look and select, or it might mean going to a high-end department store where you're going to sit down and they're going to give you the whole treatment. So, how do we know which things we need to invest our money in terms of, is it the night cream? Is it the day cream? Is it the mascara? What are your thoughts?
You know, the most important thing to put on your skin is sunblock, sun protection. Even when the sun's not shining, as long as you're out in daylight, the UV is attacking your skin, which is breaking down the free radicals, which give you wrinkles, pigmentation, imbalances in the skin. So the number one thing is a good sun protection, and not something from the supermarket. You really need to invest a little bit more money and buy an SPF from a good skincare company.
Is there any validity in the fact, I've been told that any SPF over 35 is just, it's not going to do anything different than 35.
Correct. Correct. Anything over 30 is, it gets very chemical, and what that means is that you can be in the sun 30 times longer before you burn. Well, that's never going to happen because a sunblock starts to disintegrate an hour after it's been on your skin. So you would need to keep reapplying it. If you're on the beach, I mean, not if you're just going around your day-to-day, it's fine. A 15, 20 is more than enough. And you have to look for products like zinc and minerals are very good for sunblocks, titanium dioxide, this kind of thing.
And in addition to the sunblock, what else would you recommend that people make an investment in?
A moisturizer. I mean, you can get away with a moisturizer for day and night, so you don't have to buy an extra night cream if you don't, if you know you're short on cash or you don't feel that you want to invest money in skincare. But at least have one moisturizer, and you know, drink lots of water, because when your skin is properly hydrated, you don't have any lines or wrinkles.
I drink a lot of water. You probably can't tell. But I do.
Well, the thing is, actually, the thing is with drinking water, your cells have to absorb it, and some people don't absorb water into the cells of their body. Don't ask me how you do that, because I don't know, but it is relative. So you need to eat lots of fruits, you know, vegetables. I mean, all of that stuff contains a lot of water naturally.
Yeah,
Coconut water is very good. Electrolytes.
What about coconut oil as a moisturizer?
Yeah, I mean, it is a superfood, but the thing with oils is they don't penetrate the same as creams. But a coconut oil is a good substitute. You can use it like a serum, especially if you warm it up a bit.
Okay, that was my next question. Do we need to have, and you mentioned it could be the same thing, but we need to apply the moisturizer and then a serum, or a serum and then a moisturizer, or we don't need a serum?
The serum is always first, because it's thinner liquid. It comes in gel or a watery substance. So you always put the thinner products on first. And a serum would be specific to the skin type. Like you would use a serum specifically for oily skin, or for dehydrated skin, or for anti-aging. or for pigmentation. The serums have always got a specific purpose.
All right, that's good to know. And does it make sense to invest in a high quality, more expensive serum, or there's no
I
real
think
difference?
so.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to skincare, because professional skincare they have much more higher active ingredients, and it's the actives that turn the skin around to keep it youthful.
And what role, if any, do facials play in terms of your skin and your appearance?
Well, facials are taking it to the next level. So you would go to a professional to give you a certain treatment for a certain purpose. So, you're using professional products that penetrate the dermis and, work at a much deeper level to give you that extra glow, tightening, detoxification, whatever it may be.
So it sounds like a facial is something that we should invest our money in.
Totally, yes. As a woman, women spend a lot of money on shoes and handbags and clothing, but if you don't have good skin, it's what people look at. It's what they talk to. They're not talking to what you're wearing. They're talking to your face. So I always feel it's an asset and it should be well taken care of.
I agree. And I feel the same about our smile. That makes a lot of sense to take care of as well. And we can talk more about that next week.
We can, yes.
Katrina, before we leave for today, I'd love for you to share a summary of some of the tips that you gave to our audience today for folks who are just joining us when it comes to skincare and makeup.
Okay, so skincare, always make sure you wash your face properly. These tissue wipes that you can get in these packs with product in them are very chemical, so they're not the best thing. You're better to buy a good face wash for your skin type. You wash twice over in the evening, once in the morning. And it's better if you use a damp face cloth, because you can really use a little bit of abrasion and it takes off the deeper layers of debris that is left on the skin throughout the day from pollution, etc. And with makeup, keep it simple. You just want to enhance your features. Unless you're going out at night to a club or a special occasion, you could put heavier makeup on. Red lipstick always immediately makes you look vampy and nightlifey. But in the day, keep the neutrals. Light foundation, lashes always make you look glamorous. A little bit of lipstick, a little bit of blush, and that's all you really need. What else did we say?
Good tips. I was going to say, and if you're running a television platform, you wear a lot of makeup with lipstick.
Yeah.
Because otherwise in the lights, you just sort of disappear.
Yeah, that's a different scenario. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. One final thing I just wanted to mention, you had shared this before, but I think it's worth repeating, that even when we're driving in our car, we are exposed to sunlight. And many times just half of a face or an arm will get suntan or sunburn because we don't have anything on it.
Yeah, I think it's 80% of UV light can get through your windscreen. There's one side of my face that is more aged than the other because I drive around a lot and I have done for years. And so the side that's facing the window has got more wrinkles in it.
Is there anything we can do?
Yeah, just wear sunblock. Do treatments. I do a lot of regular hyaluronic injections. So it's like mesotherapy, and you're injecting hyaluronic acid into the face all over, and that fills your skin full of water. And it's actually helped a lot around here for me. And I had 2 vertical lines and they're practically gone now. And you can reverse anything on the skin. Your skin is a living organ, so you're constantly shedding dead skin cells. It's turning around. So you can reverse the aging process no matter how old you are. It is absolutely doable.
And remember to drink your water.
Drink that water.
Doesn't matter what kind of water it is. And what I mean by that is, can we put lemon in it? Can we put orange? Can we put lime?
Yeah. These are all good things. Orange, not orange, but lemon and lime actually alkalines the body, and we want to be as alkaline as possible. We should only be acid when we die, but unfortunately, with all the fast food, all the protein, it makes us more acid. So you always have to try and balance that out with blueberries, Dr. JACALYN.
Yay, I love it. Well, thank you so much for these tips. I'm going to spotlight you, and if you could share with our audience, how can people reach you and who should reach out to you?
Well, I have a website, katrinavalente.com. You can catch me there. I'm on Instagram every day under Katrina Valente and the number 1, and Facebook, Katrina Valente. And so anybody that wants to have tips on anti-aging, that feels they have blocks in their life, I do some very special coaching techniques and healing modalities that can be done online. So if you go to the website, it gives you a lot of that information.
Well, you certainly are looking fantastic. So whatever it is you're doing, we want to learn more. And it would be great to have you actually demonstrate your routine for us the next time, or the time
Let's
after.
do that next time. Let's
All
do
right.
that next time. And yeah.
I like it. I like the commitment. Thank you. So folks, that's what you
Thank
can
you.
expect next week. And we'll be coming back. Are we coming back next week or the week after?
Maybe the week after.
Week after. Okay.
Week after.
The week after. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks, Katrina.
Pleasure. Have a great day.
You have a great night. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for watching us, whether it's on the live or the replay. We really appreciate everyone, each and every one of you who watch our programs. If you're watching from YouTube, please do click the subscribe button while you're there. You can also watch our shows on our website, which is usaglobaltv.com. If you'd like to be a guest, you can book your interview right there on usaglobaltv.com. We have between 17 and 22 shows, live broadcasts each and every week. We will be coming back shortly at 2 p.m. Eastern Time with the Mallorca Connection, followed by 3 p.m. Eastern Time with Talking Heads, starring Roland Friedel. Thank you again for being here, folks. I really do appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in a couple of, I guess, an hour and a half, actually. All right. Thanks again. Bye, Katrina.